What's up, YouTube? So I am documenting my Suboxone taper. I'm doing this so maybe I can inspire some of you guys that are trying to get off Suboxone. This is specifically for Suboxone. This video is not for people trying to get off any other opiates. This is also specifically made for people that have been on Suboxone for like 6+ years. I was on it for almost 11. Well, yeah, 11 because I'm still technically on it, which is a really long time. I don't know why I took it as long as I did. I should have stopped. Literally that first, like maybe use it for a month and then got off. But it was tough for me because I had a lawn business at the time, and that type of work is just physically demanding, and I would use the Suboxone as an excuse, or I would use the landscaping as an excuse to use more Suboxone because of back pain or like soreness from like we would work really long hours and laying sod and doing hardscapes and stuff. So for 11 years of my life, I've been on this drug, and I know it's not good. When I was doing a lot of landscaping, I didn't really realize how bad it was. I sold that company in 2022. I had no idea how bad it was because I was working all the time. My mind was off of it. I wasn't really socializing. I was with my guys. Those are the only people I socialized with was my employees and my customers. So I was kind of living in this like bubble, safety bubble of work. That's. Let me just tell you a little bit why I stayed on it for so long. So I kind of fell into this like weird habit, and my habit was I would work really hard to make as much money as I could, and in my mind I thought I was doing something good, and I justified all this taking Suboxone for so long because I'm making money, I'm growing my business, I'm doing all these good things, but deep down inside I was suffering. I was hollow. I wanted more. And it took me a long time to realize that. So I had this weird ritual of just, as long as I'm making money, I'm justifying my Suboxone use. And then I was also doing I was mixing it with Adderall and stuff like that. So it was like this weird, I don't know how to explain it. It's like I was still an addict. Like I was still, even though I wasn't doing short-acting opiates, when you're on subs and you're throwing in the mix like Adderall or other things like that, it gives you this like really nice high. It's not really nice, but it's decent. It sucks. Honestly, it sucks. But like that's what I was doing. Because the sub would make me tired, and then I would it was really shitty because you just feel like shit all the time. You never feel great until you take your dose. Like you feel like shit. I don't know what happened. The first 4 years, I could take one sub, let's say like half of an 8 milligram, and I wouldn't go into withdrawals until like 2.5 days later. And then as I got further along, like if I didn't take my sub in the morning and at night, by nighttime I would wake up with the worst restless legs, like just convulsing. Like I would convulse in my bed. Like literally it just surges of like electrical, just like ping ping, just all over my head, my shoulders, my arms, my leg. It's like everywhere. I used to think it was just restless leg, but it's everywhere. So yeah, I mean, and like so, the last 4 years of this, I wasn't sleeping either. So like the Suboxone, because of my weird cycle, one in the morning and then one at night, or a piece. I'd take a small piece at night. It would keep me awake. The Suboxone would like fuck with my sleep. So I'm basically like functioning on this weird like half awake, half asleep, type of rest that I was getting, which made me like a zombie during the day. And I started to despise Suboxone because I realized I am like a synthetic, like I'm not myself. I am dictated. My life is 100% dictated by this drug, 100%. And the reason I decided to come off this shit, and like I am gonna come off it, I am fucking done. It's been 12 days since I started my taper. I didn't want to document the first few days because I wasn't sure if I would succeed at tapering. But now that I'm like basically just like taking a little, like not even, it's like 0.1 of a, if I were to call it that, 0.1. And I literally, every day I take less and less. And it's, yeah. So I feel like I'm definitely getting further along. Last night, I was like, I'm not taking my sub. No matter what, no matter how bad the restless leg gets, I'm not going to take it. And sure enough, it was like 2:30, 2:20, it was unbearable. I literally tried my hardest. I went on a walk at 1:30 in the morning. I walked over 2 miles at 1:30 in the morning. And like the night before, I only slept for an hour. So I'm walking on 1 hour of sleep at 1:30 in the morning. And I just felt like I was going crazy. I felt really bad. So I get back inside and I'm like, maybe this will help put me to sleep, because like the endorphins of getting some brisk walking in. No, like I laid back down and I was literally convulsing in my bed, like, which is not cool. Like I've never convulsed off of other opiates, but anyways, that's not the point. But I couldn't sleep. It wasn't even that I couldn't. I was prepared not to sleep, but I couldn't take it. It was so much pain. It was so miserable. I'm not trying to scare you guys, but it was the restless leg part, or the restless body, the shooting electrical shit that goes on. That really fucks with me. So I took a tiny little sliver, and it wasn't kicking in, and I'm like, fuck, Suboxone takes like an hour to kick in. So I'm sitting there, and I'm literally like, I'm crawling on the floor. Like I'm crawling on the floor because I don't know what to do with my body. I didn't know what to do. Like I literally was like, I would rather, like I felt like a fish out of water. It was fucking undescribable. So I'm like crawling on the floor, like crying, like, oh my god, this is so bad. Jesus, dude. Jesus. No. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm like, I grabbed the pill bottle. I'm like, fuck it. I can't take it. I pull out the strip. And I just look at it. I just look at it like, you fucking control me. And I put it back in the bottle. I was like, nope. No, I'm not taking more. So that was like a small victory for me. I took, like literally like 0.1, and I've been doing this for 12 days now. So like what'll happen is I'll wake up, we're at whatever time I wake up, depending on how much sleep I get. And then I'll be pretty much fine during the day. Some sweating, some yawning, some watery eyes, just like manageable. Some anxiety. Like it's kind of weird. You'll be sitting there and you'll be doing something, whatever, driving, and you'll get this feeling like, oh fuck, here it comes, and then it's like not that bad. but you feel like it's going to be really bad. But if you just push through, it's not that bad. So like during the day, I can manage this withdrawal pretty well. And like my willpower is so strong right now. It's not even willpower. My like desire, my need to be clean off this is so strong that I'll handle any of that. And it's like I'm looking forward to the day that I'm just like back to normal, and my normal painkiller or my normal endorphins, my natural painkillers are doing their job, and I don't have to even think about this. I haven't been able to enjoy like anything. Like I can't drink coffee. I can't, any type of like. I at least love drinking. I can't drink coffee because it just makes it worse. I come from an Italian background, so espresso is like, and I own a coffee shop too, but it's just tough. Yeah, that's another reason I just want to be a better, person for the people in my life. I want to be there for them and not be always thinking about myself. Although lately I've been thinking mostly about myself because I'm trying to get over this. But so yeah, I have tapered down super low. I thought by now the restless leg would have gotten manageable. Like I thought because if I tapered, way down, that the restless leg would have gone way down. But I don't think that's how it works. I think maybe as you taper, depending on how long you were on it, like I was on it for like 11 years, so I think the taper method, what happens is like you're just masking it every time you taper, like even though you're still on some, and so it's like masking it. I think it's just gonna be like shorter, acute withdrawal. So like you'll still feel it, but instead of like someone that tapered off of like 2 milligrams or jumped at 2 milligrams, they're gonna have restless legs for like 2 weeks. You should only have it for like 1 or 2 days. Not 1 or 2 days. Like let's say 3 days, maybe 4. But that's just what I've been reading is like if you taper really really low, your brain has had time to kick off most of the sub. So like it's healing. It is getting better, but the restless leg, the restless body, the convulsing, all that shit, that's just something that it's like you have to be completely off it, and you have to give your body time to start producing endorphins again. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to post this video, and hopefully, not hopefully, but a month from now, 2 months from now, I'll be off this stuff for good. And like I said, I'm 33 years old. I've been on it for super long. Staying on it is not an option. It's not an option. I'm not. No. Well, yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helps anyone out there that's been on long-term Suboxone maintenance. Have a good one. Bye-bye.